Hey there smartphone fans, welcome back. I hope you really enjoyed my Redmi Note 6 Pro full review, but I think a lot of you really want to know something a bit more, something more detailed about Redmi Note 6 Pro, and today I will be heavily concentrating on Redmi Note 6 Pro gaming performance and battery life. That's right, I will be putting the Redmi Note 6 Pro to 3 very heavy 3D titles and see the settings, how high can you go, the frame rate, and how much battery it consumes. So this will be Asphalt 9, Lineage 2 Revolutions, and of course PUBG Mobile. So if you want to know, is Redmi Note 6 Pro the best value budget gaming phone right now, I suggest you keep watching, and as always you'll find out. Well, if you've missed my Redmi Note 6 Pro full review, here is some performance overview of it. So benchmark scores are pretty much the same as the Redmi Note 5 Pro or like any other Snapdragon 636 phone out there on the market. Storage score is nothing really outstanding. This is what is now come to be the performance expectancy from any $200 phone. The Redmi Note 6 Pro has a 4000 mAh battery, but it's coupled with a now larger screen, high resolution, and a slightly more power hungry chip than the Redmi Note 5 says Snapdragon 625. So you can expect a bit less battery life, like a third less than what you would get with like the Redmi 5 Plus or the Redmi Note 5 India version, for instance. But now let's on with the gaming. So Asphalt 9 is the best looking racing game on Android, and I'm glad to say that the Snapdragon 636 inside the Redmi Note 6 Pro definitely received some optimizations because it's able to run it at high quality settings with almost no frame drops. This is a absolutely gorgeous game, and you can see the loading time is really nice. This is the 3GB RAM version I'm running here, so this is not even the highest end model, but the game loads pretty fast. High quality graphics, really gorgeous racing game. This is almost close to console level quality racing. There's physics, the controls are now really fine. So this is an improved all round from Asphalt 8, and it is the best looking racing game on Android right now. And as you can see, performance with Asphalt 9 and with really demanding 3D racing games are absolutely not a problem for the Adreno graphics in the Snapdragon 636 and the Redmi Note 6 Pro. I didn't get any heating issues on this game at all. You're good for like around 5 hours of racing on a single charge. Now moving on to the heavy hitters. First, Lineage 2 Revolution, which is probably the most resource demanding game in the Android Play Store. My suggestion is, as you've seen the settings, these are the best playable settings on the Redmi Note 6 Pro. So normal resolution, normal graphics quality, and the game runs really good. Crank anything up to high and the frame rate starts to suffer a little bit, and it's absolutely unplayable at ultra settings. I think it's because the Unreal 4 engine is like much more demanding and it is a bigger game. It's not an open world game, but the map you're playing on is really big. Character models are very well detailed. There's a lot of animation and effects going around, especially when there's like 4, 5, 6 characters on screen. So the Lineage 2 Revolution, perhaps the Redmi Note 6 Pro is not the best performing phone I've seen at this game, and this price even not the best Snapdragon 636 phone, because the Lenovo Z5 did a bit better than this. If you want, you can check that review out, by the way, in my channel. But here is where I tested the battery life. So starting at 99% at around 12:30, without interruptions, I was playing until 2, and I got like 32% battery drain, which is really nice and means that you can play around 4.5 hours on full charge. And the phone doesn't get hot. The temperature, CPU temperature, is around 45-46 degrees max where you're playing this. So really well done optimization when it comes to thermals. I don't know if this phone has any cooling solution, but it might have. Now on to PUBG Mobile. Once you start the game, if you're not using any third-party graphics for the to enhance the quality, the game recognizes the Xiaomi Redmi Note 6 Pro as a very low-end device because it only allows you to go for balanced settings and medium graphics. But that is because the manufacturers want you to have a competitive multiplayer online experience, which means you need very good frame rate. And I'm glad to say at these settings, balanced graphics and medium frame rate, the PUBG Mobile runs absolutely flawless on the Redmi Note 6 Pro and the Snapdragon 636. I did test all of even the Redmi Note 5 Pro and all of the Snapdragon 636 Xiaomi phones I've tested. This is the maximum setting it allows you to go to PUBG Mobile. And as you can see, again, even the 3GB RAM version loads the game quite quickly. And I have to say they perhaps did some optimizations because I was expecting the graphics quality to be poor, but it was actually pretty nice at these settings. So you get really good frame rates, which you're able to do competitive multiplayer on, and you get really decent graphics for a budget phone. Coupled up with that huge screen and the fact that the PUBG Mobile now supports 18:9, so you use all of that screen, is really really nice. There's almost no hiccups in frame rate, even on 3GB RAM version, which is again really good. Again, you cannot crank the settings higher unless you use third-party software, but even if you did, I wouldn't imagine the Redmi Note 6 Pro being able to handle anything much above that, and you'll probably be moving into a slightly more stuttering frame rate, lower frame rate, more lag when you're playing. So these settings are good if you're not overly concerned to have the best looking graphics for PUBG Mobile, but you're more concerned in being competitive. The Redmi Note 6 Pro does really well. The touch controls were also really good on the phone. I was playing PUBG Mobile, which is essentially also a first-person shooter from time to time when you're switching to the shooting mode, and it was handling it really well. I was very accurate with my shots, so I do heavily recommend the Redmi Note 6 Pro as a very decent gaming phone at this price. When it comes to camera qualities and everything else, Xiaomi still have really good value. So the Honor 8X, which is a more talked about phone in this price range, can't handle these games at better frame. It can't handle Asphalt 9 at high quality. It starts to the frame rate slows a lot there. PUBG Mobile, it can handle around these settings, but Lineage Revolution again is around the same level. So the Snapdragon 636 here is definitely more powerful gaming chip than the Honor 8X's Kirin 710, even with that fancy GPU turbo tech that Huawei are pulling off. So if you're looking to buy Redmi Note 6 Pro, you can do so. There is a link to buy the phone from below the video or in the comment video description box. If you like what I'm doing, check out my other videos, and of course subscribe to my channel if you want more honest hands-on reviews on the tech you plan to buy or you've already bought.